The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance into a single elimination in-season tournament, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Las Vegas. First time, here's something special for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code MONEYMOVES. That's code MONEYMOVE for new customers to get $150 in bonus bet if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Hello, I'm Shannon Sharpe, and I'm also a Roast sponsor. Roast Sparks are amazing for guys who want to boost in the bedroom because they work fast and last long. Listen, we're about to get a little explicit, so you heard it from me. Maybe you heard too much from me. How much I love Roast Sparks, but I'm not the only one. These reviews are for grown folks only. One person said, while my wife and I went on vacation for 5 days, I used Roast Sparks a couple of times, and we had fun. 9 times fun in that week alone. Okay, good. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's him. Another customer said, boom, I'm Superman. I carry Roast Sparks in my pocket at all times. Full stop. And lastly, someone says, I'm not bragging, but my wife actually tapped out for the first time in years because of the UFC. Made her give it up. If prescribed, you get $15 off your first order of medication to get hard. Connect with a provider 100% online, ro.co/nightcap to find out if Roast Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/nightcap. The days are warmer, the walks are longer, and one easy way to help your dog shine this season is with fresh, healthy food from Farmer's Dog. Farmer's Dogs make fresh, real food and delivers it right to your door. Recipes are developed by vet nutritionists, made from real meat and veggies, and proportioned just for your dog, making it easy to say goodbye to burnt brown balls. Feed your dog real food with real benefits. My Pomeranian Teddy loved the stuff, and his coat has never looked better. It's smart, healthy pet food you can feel good about feeding your pup. It's the best option for your dog of all life stages because it's not kibble, it's not canned goo, it's real healthy food. And it doesn't matter if your dog is young or old, it's always the right time to begin investing in their health. That means more happy, healthy, full years together. Get 50% off the first box of your fresh, healthy food from farmersdog.com/nightcap. Plus, you get free shipping. Just go to farmersdog.com/nightcap to get 50% off. That's farmersdog.com/nightcap. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap after the Green Bay Packers moved to 10-4 with a 30-13 win over the Seattle Seahawks on the road. The Packers look really good. They are not to be messed with in the playoffs. They're going to be a sneaky team, Ocho. Again, thank you for joining us. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. He is Liberty City's own Bengals Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button. Tell family, friends, and loved ones to do likewise. Guys, go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. And we thank you. You watch us, you listen, you share our stuff, and guess what? Even when we come on in the wee hours Eastern time, you're here supporting us. 20, 30, 40,000 people in the chat, and we greatly, greatly appreciate that. And so we thank you for your continued support. Make sure you go check out Shea by La Portier. The holidays are upon us. What better way to celebrate the holidays than with a bottle of Shea by La Portier? Now, if you cannot find it in a city or a state near you, we have plenty in stock. The cutoff is December 18th. If you order it by December 18th, we'll ensure that you'll have it by the end of the year. Please, please drink responsibly. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms. That's Shay Media and my clothing company, 84 Our newest release just dropped last month. We have T-shirts, we have sweats. We've also have stocking stuffers such as beanies.
I ain't getting none of mine yet. I ain't getting none of nothing. I ain't getting none of nothing. I ain't got a beanie.
You
I ain't
ain't
got a
home.
stocking, nothing.
Koozies.
I ain't got that either.
Oh, and mugs.
I ain't get a mug.
Quantities are limited, so please make sure you get yours while supplies last. And tickets for our Super Bowl show in New Orleans, our first spring tour stop, are on sale now. The link is pinned at the top of the chat, February 6th in New Orleans. Guys, you don't want to miss it, so be there. We've been nominated, Ocho, for 2 Sports Podcast Awards, Best American Football Podcast and Best Sports Comedy Podcast. Okay. Please go vote. The link is in the chat and it's pinned on our social media pages and all of our social bios. So we're nominated for 2 sports podcasts, Best American Football Podcast and Best Sports Comedy Podcast.
Us.
Thank you, guys.
That's us all day. I mean, there's no other way around it.
The Packers defeat the Seahawks 30-13. The Seahawks 4-game winning streak came to an end. Green Bay had 369 total yards. Seattle had 208 total yards. Rushing yards was 140 for the Packers, 80 for the Seahawks. Passing stats, Jordan Love was 20 of 27, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Geno was 15 of 19 for 149, no touchdowns, 1 pick. He got nicked, and Sam Howell came in and filled in for him. Don't know the severity of the injury. Looked like it was an ankle injury or lower leg injury, so we'll wait for the evaluation before we can give you a conclusive on what transpired with Geno. So hopefully he missed the remaining of this game and it was nothing serious and he'll be able to come back and play next week. Ocho, when you watch the Green Bay Packers, I think because the Lions were playing so well that people kind of overlook Green Bay and Minnesota. If I'm not mistaken, I think Minnesota is like 11-2 with a chance to go to 12-2 tomorrow. People kind of overlook Green Bay, but Green Bay is because remember, I think it was Minnesota had to take a last-second field goal, if I'm not mistaken, to beat them, kick the last-second field goal. Maybe it was Detroit. Maybe it was Detroit that kicked that last-second field goal in Detroit, in Minnesota to beat them. But Green Bay got a good team. They can run the football with Josh Jacobs, Jordan Love, 20 of 27 tonight, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns. Defense is really good. And Jair hadn't played. I don't know if it was Jair in.
Jair didn't even play. You know, they had
he's been nicked for a while.
Covington was in there.
But they're a good team. What do you like about what you saw from Green Bay and what you've seen thus far from the Packers?
From the Packers, Jordan Love has been phenomenal all season. And the funny thing about Jordan Love being phenomenal all season is this game against the Seahawks, they didn't even have to throw the ball. Josh Jacobs in that front line dominated the game from start to finish. I'm not sure what the Seahawks were doing defensively, but for some reason they kept staying in that 2 shell all night long, and they continued to give the ball to Josh Jacobs over and over, and we getting 4 a pop, 7 a pop, 8 a pop, and they refused to come up. They refused to come out of it, that 2 shell, until late in the third quarter when it was goddamn too late now. At that point, and they started gaining a little ground when the momentum shifted, in the Seahawks' favor a little bit, obviously. But by that time, it was too late. It honestly, just to be honest with you, it was a shitty game. It was a boring game. Geno didn't play fairly well. Once Sam Howell came into the game, you know how the offense, the offensive playbook changes tremendously. There's only so much he can do. He throws the interception. I mean, he got sacked twice, maybe 3 times, something like that. Listen, it was a good look for the Packers. The fact that they were able to play one-dimensional football, running the ball the entirety of the night. Romeo Doubs had 3 catches, 2 of them for touchdowns. Outside of that, it wasn't a huge day in the air, but on the ground, Josh Jacobs did his thing.
Well, that's what you need to have happen. A team jumps into that 2 shell. You need to have your running game be able to run them out of it. You should not allow someone to try to stop your running game with a light box, which is a 7-man box. They must drop that 8th guy down, and now you throw, you pitch and catch outside with the single high safety in the hole. But I thought Green Bay did what they needed to do. I mean, you see the numbers, 20 of 27. So the ball really was never in harm's way. And that should have been higher because he missed some throws had Romeo Dobbs on over out. He
Hold on,
over
Christian
route, threw
Watson
it behind him.
on the deep ball. He can't. Hey,
Yeah,
he underthrew every ball tonight and got pass interferences.
he underthrew Romeo Dobbs and ended up getting a field goal. If he throws it out there, he has Wolin beat. That's a touchdown. So he could have easily been 23 of 27.
Yeah.
Instead of 27. But look, we're nitpicking here, Ocho, and I think sometimes we have to nitpick for the simple fact is that when you get to the playoffs, every possession matters. Every play matters. And underthrow here or misfire there could be the difference in winning and losing a ball game. And so those are the things that you want to try to clean up heading into the playoffs, because Green Bay is going to be in the playoffs. I think 3 teams out of that division is going to be in the playoffs. Detroit, Minnesota, and Green Bay. That's 3 teams. So that means only one other team is going to make it. Only one of the wild card teams is going to make it, Ocho, because you got your 4 division winners, Detroit or Minnesota, because now they're tied. Both have 2 losses. NFC East looks like the Eagles going to win that division. NFC South, Tampa is in control of that division now. We'll see what Atlanta does tomorrow night. And then the NFC West. Now, the NFC West is still wide open because you have Seattle, you have Arizona, you have the Rams right there nip and tuck. So could 2 teams out of that division get in? Absolutely. Absolutely. 2 teams could get in out of that division. But Dallas is lurking. We'll talk about the Cowboys a little later today. They played maybe their best ball game of the year. Defensively, they got after Jordan Love, picked him a couple of times. Cooper Rush did a great job of throwing the ball, and Dowdle did a great job of running the football. But I thought the Packers looked good. They did what they needed to do. You go on the road, Ocho, that's a long way to fly at night. And now you go, and so you a night game, the 12th man. But give Green Bay credit because they came out ready to play. They jumped on them early, 14-0, made them one-dimensional. So now you got to throw the football. And once Geno got nicked, I think most people kind of knew that Sam Howell was not going to come in and move the needle, and he wasn't going to be able to do anything that was going to get Seattle back in the game. Charbonneau had a nice run, a 24-yard touchdown run, but it was, I don't think, he didn't put fear in anybody tonight. So congratulations to the Green Bay Packers. They moved to 10-4 with a 30-13 win over the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks are now 8-6, and if I'm not mistaken, they still lead the NFC West with the Cardinals right there along with the Rams. Ocho, what a game it was in Motor City. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills go on the road and beat a team that had won 11 straight games in Jared Goff and Detroit Lions 48-42. The team, the highest scoring game this year. The team combined for 90 points, 1,080 total yards, 12 total touchdowns. Josh Allen was sensational again. 430 total yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 in the air, 2 on the ground. Jared Goff was equally as impressive, but not nearly enough. He had 507 total yards and 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. Remember, Ocho, it's funny how the NFL worked. You remember that game? He had 5 interceptions and they won. He had 5 touchdowns, no turnovers, and they lose. That's just the way it goes. Buffalo raced out to a 14-0 lead on Josh on 2 Josh Allen TD runs, and they never looked back. Buffalo, they good, Ocho. The only thing that I question is Dan Campbell calling an onside kick with 12 minutes left in the ball game. You're having a hard time stopping them. I'm not giving them a short field. The last thing I'm going to do is give them a short field, Ocho. They give them the short, and you had the momentum. Now you give them a short field, and now they go up. They go up by another score, and you're fighting an uphill battle. But 48-42, I had some concerns about Detroit and that defense, and it's starting to show its head a little bit, Ocho. Now, look, Josh Allen's not an easy guy to sack. He's not an easy guy. Getting to him is the easy part. Getting his big ass on the ground is the tough part.
He's like a more athletic Ben Roethlisberger.
Absolutely. Absolutely he is. But this was a very if you wanted points, here it was, 48-42. And remember, they lost the game last week, 44-42. So they they scored 90 points in the last 2 weeks. Good. Love that. Bad. Ocho, we gave up 86.
Yeah,
though.
Most definitely. But listen, from a fan's perspective, they enjoyed this game. If you're a Buffalo fan, if you're a Lions fan, this is a game that you look forward to having. even if you want to lose it in, maybe not so. But the fact that you know you can put up these kind of points against good teams says now we need to work on the other half. You goddamn defense. 40
Yeah,
point. Hey, Unc, they put up 90 some point. What, 80 something together?
they gave it. You talk about Buffalo. Buffalo scored 42
Right.
last week. They scored 42
Sweet.
this week. They gave up 44 last week to the Rams. They gave up 42. Now, both times they were on the
Yeah.
road. Now, I mean, you're on the
Yeah.
road. Let's say that. But you're gonna have to play a little better because it doesn't look like unless something happens with Kansas
Right.
City, it's gonna be tough for you to overtake them because they're 2 games
Mhm.
clear of
Right.
you.
Hey, Unc, if for some
Yeah.
reason I just had this feeling it's the Bills year. It's the Bills year. Josh Allen is
definitely look
playing
good.
very, very well. Very well. And if he happens to see the Chiefs again in the playoffs at some point, at any point, I think this is the year that they finally beat them. Josh Allen playing out of this world. He's playing out of his mind. Again, I early in the season, obviously I had Lamar Jackson as my MVP, but
Yeah.
as of the past, what, maybe maybe 4 weeks, Josh Allen put that
Yeah.
cape on, man. He was Clark Clinton at the beginning of the season. Now he's Superman. He's playing just
Mm-hmm.
like Superman, and what they're doing offensively with no superstars. There are no bona fide superstars over there in Buffalo. You know, you have very
No,
good, adequate role players that are doing their job very, very well.
they run the football
Yeah.
really well. 34 rushes, 197 yards, 14 rushes, 105,
Mhm.
2 touchdowns for James Cook, 11 carries for 66 yards, 2 touchdowns for Josh Allen. And I think that's the thing that when the voters look at it, say, hold on. He lost Stephon
Uh-huh.
Diggs, who's a Pro Bowl player. He lost Gabe Davis, who's a very good
Yeah.
receiver. You look at what they lost defense, both of their safety, Travarius White, and he's doing
Yeah.
this. The only difference I see with Josh Allen this
Mhm.
year and the previous years, he's not turning it
No,
over.
no.
That's the biggest difference. He's been this. Y'all, guys, he's been averaging putting up 350 and 400 yards of
Right.
total offense. But he gets himself into
Yeah.
trouble when he turns the
over,
ball
yeah.
over. When they're going in to score and he throws an interception in the end zone and it's a
Mhm.
touchback. He fumbles in the red zone when they're going to get points. That is the biggest difference in which I see with this team. Plus, those guys aren't in his ear. Now, they scored 48 points. And if I'm looking at this, if my thing shows me correctly, I don't see Cooper with a target. Amari Cooper didn't get a target. And they dropped 48. Now, if somebody else didn't get a target last year, we know what's going to be transpiring. So now he's the unquestioned leader of the entirety of the team. It's peace. Look at the way he's playing, Ocho. He doesn't force he did force one. He's rolling out of bounds, Ocho, and he throw back to the middle of the field, and he almost got it picked. I was like, Josh, why?
Listen,
Why?
He gonna beat him a little bit. Every so often he gonna beat him.
He is. And so they look. Your defense is gonna if you get the Buffalo Bills, your defense best be on their best behavior, because that's not an anomaly. Now I'm not saying 48, but if you go back and look at it, they've got 8 straight games with at least 30.
Yeah,
they're probably averaging 30 a game. I think it's them. I think they're nip and tuck right there with Baltimore, but they might have overtaken Baltimore, the highest scoring team in the NFL. Are they 1 or are they 2? Because I know Baltimore, Detroit, and them, they were right there. But I think after these last 2 games, I think Buffalo's overtaking them. But hey, boy, you're gonna have your hands full because this team offensively, and they got like Ocho. It's just like, you got Shakir doing his thing that he's so hard to get on. I mean, Josh is just so hard to get on the ground. And then you got to worry about his legs because now, Ocho, I can't really rush like I want to, because if I run past him, he's gonna jump out the window. If I let him get outside of the pocket, he can throw on the move and he still can go get me a first down, even if it's 3rd and 15. So it's so hard to defend him. You just hope that he makes some mistakes. He gets anxious and he turns the ball over. But if he's calm, like he's been playing like the last 3 to 4 weeks, boy, you got your hands full.
Listen, you got to be disciplined on defense. If anything, especially with knowing that he's a dual threat, you got to take your D ends and bring your ass upfield and keep contained.
And level off.
Yeah, and keep contained and level your ass off. Now, if you have to have a spy, because he's the dual threat quarterback, you got to have a spy. Tell your staff, you got to keep your discipline. Keep your discipline. Hey, if he runs, just make sure you bring him down. You got to make the tackle, especially in man-to-man, because everybody back is turned. Everybody back is turned, and you is our last savior.
Yep. And like the end, when you get like, okay, you see where he is. He's back there in the pocket. He's about 7 to 8 yards. Once you get that point, now you got to level off. Don't you run your ass by him trying to. I'm no. Don't do that. Because all he's going to do is he's going to step out the window on you. And like you said, when you got your back turned, now good luck with that. But he's playing extremely well. The guys are making plays for him. Coleman came back today, had a big catch. Kincaid is finally back. He's making catches. Shakira is his safety blanket. James Cook, catching out of the backfield. They're really good. They're a really good football team. They're playing extremely well right now. Is there a team in the AFC that has the possible weapons that what Detroit had or the Rams have? Because I haven't seen it consistently. We know the Ravens give or take
those kind of weapons. No.
Yeah. Lions are first in points scored, second in total offense. Bills are second in points scored, eighth in total offense.
That's crazy.
They keep playing like this, they're gonna be first in total. They're gonna be first in points scored.
Yeah.
Be first in points scored. But they have a team that's really good. Like I said, I didn't agree with Dan Campbell with 12 minutes left in the game. Ocho kicking an onside kick. Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Listen, that's been Dan. He's always been who he is. Listen, he has some big cojones, and he wears them. Matter of fact, he walks on the sideline with a wheelbarrow with his nuts in the wheelbarrow. And that's how he coaches. That's how he plays. He goes for it on fourth down. He goes for you. He does onside kicks. And his players believe in him. He believes in his players. And I think that's why he makes some of the calls that he makes. That most players and analysts and pundits like yourself just wouldn't agree with based on the situation.
Joe Brady not calling the shots. The Bills are firing on all cylinders. Ken Dorsey, if I'm not mistaken, he's calling the plays in Cleveland now, isn't he? Isn't he in Cleveland? But I feel bad for him because Jameis is a turnover machine. Ocho, check this out. The Lions and the Chiefs are 25-1 against the rest of the league. They're 0-2 against the Bills. The Lions never led. The Chiefs' biggest lead was 1, and they trailed the entire second half.
Yeah.
Hey, looked like they're headed.
Once the Bills jumped out, Unc. Once the Bills jumped out, boy, it's an uphill battle from there. It's an uphill battle from there. Tonight, once the Packers jumped out on the Seahawks, it's an uphill battle. Put yourself behind the 8 ball. It makes it that much more difficult to beat a good team. This is a good team with a great offense. It's difficult.
Yeah, you're right, Ocho. I think the thing is, for me, the question I wanted to ask you is that do you believe of the team that, look, Buffalo, Baltimore, Kansas City, there are certain teams, Pittsburgh, there are certain teams that we have a good indication that they're going to make the playoffs. Are the Bills the scariest team?
You know what? I think so. I think so. Now, when you say are the Bills the scariest team, are you speaking AFC or NFC?
I'll let you combine them all. If you had to put some amount of money that mattered to you, who would you put your money on?
Right now, you know what?
Yeah,
I probably put it on the Bills. And that's because of the quarterback situation. Now, I also look at the Lions as being very scary as well. But Goff doesn't scare me. Goff doesn't scare me. The players around him scare me. Montgomery scares me. Gibbs, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, they scare me. But something about that goddamn Josh Allen and his supporting cast fits him so well in what they do. Man, that shit is scary. So if I had any amount of money going into the playoffs and had to bet on somebody to win a game, it'd be them goddamn Bills, especially right now with the way they playing.
Yeah, and the thing with Detroit is that Ocho, if you look, they have 15 rushes for 46
Yeah,
yards. They threw the ball 59 times. You see how unbalanced they
yeah,
are? When they win games, they're a very balanced
yeah.
team. They don't get that
Right.
lopsided. I mean, they threw the ball, that's a 25, that basically it's 15, so it's 4, that's 25, so 60, what,
Yeah.
75% of the time
But
you
you know
threw it.
why? They were behind the 8 ball. Once you fall
Mhm.
behind like that in the beginning of the game, you down 14. Okay, boom. Now I'm panicking. I got to find ways to get back into the game. And what's the one way to get back into the game very fast? Boom, you got to let that bitch rip.
Yeah, but what happens when you go 3-and-out or you don't
Yeah.
convert? Now you let that
And
high-powered
it's back
offense
on the
get
field,
right back on
and
the
your
field.
defense already tired.
Yep. But the Bills look really good. Josh Allen, look, he must have watched Lamar and said, man, look here. Lamar did what he did against the Giants, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. But he said, hold up, let me put something on y'all mind. I know y'all saw that, but I want to put something
Right.
on your mind right quick. Ocho, the defense injuries are finally catching up. Think about it. Aiden Hutchinson is
Yep.
out. Alan McNeil, Carlton Davis, Alex Alzoni, Derek Barnes, Martin, Dorsey, Rake Straw Jr., Mosley, Ocho. At some point in time, think about it. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 guys. Okay, let's just say for the sake of argument, all of them aren't
Right.
starters. Let's just say for the sake of argument, you try to play 18 guys. Well, 10 of them's been injured. Hutchinson is a starter. Davis is a starter. McNeil, Alex Azzoni, he's a starter. Those guys are starters.
Listen, we talk about winning. We talk about playoff football. We talk about getting to the Super Bowl. People think it's all about playing good. The most important thing is health. The most important thing is health in your roster. Seeing how many people on the back end of the season headed into the playoffs are healthy. Everybody gonna be hurt. Everybody gonna be hurt. We talk about healthy and able to actually play the game. So this is tough for them, and we'll see if they're able to overcome some of the injuries that they do have at key positions. I hope Carlton is okay. Some of the mid-level players are hurt right now. Obviously, Aiden Hutchinson is out, and it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be
It
tough,
is.
and you can say next man up, but the next man is the next man for a reason. So sometimes telling the next man to step up ain't really giving what it should be given, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Sometimes, Ocho, the next man is the man that was after the next man that was up. So he was the next man. He was the man that was next to the man. So that's your problem right there.
Hey.
Tyron Johnson said Lions players were putting fingers where they're not supposed to be on the onside kick scrum.
Wait, whoa. Wait, bring that to me again now.
Tyron Johnson said Lions players were putting their fingers where they're not supposed to be on the onside kick scrum.
Okay. I need a little bit more context to that, you know.
You don't need no context. What you putting your finger in on the onside? Where you putting it?
Poking somebody in the eye?
Nah, you ain't poking nobody in the eye.
Yeah, that's a new one for me, Unc, man. I ain't never been on the onside.
Yeah. You know what going on them? You know what going on that pile? They try to get that ball. Ain't nobody poking no eye.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, they be digging in the eye, all right, but not that one.
Hey, one thing about it, boy, they do anything under that pile, boy. They don't play.
Yeah.
They get that ball? Oh.
Yeah.
I got to have that.
I mean, if you a one-eyed baby, that's the eye they talking about. But I don't think they. I'm just saying, Ocho. If that.
Hey, boy, they don't play, boy.
Nah, I need the ball. I'm gonna do anything. Hey, man, they'll grab anything. Hey, guys be screaming, "Hey, man, ref, he got my private." That ain't what they don't say private. Like, man, well, let go the ball then.
Ref can't see that. Ref can't see that.
He's like, hey, If you let go the ball, they gonna let
There
go
it
in. Hey, we need the ball. That's the most valuable thing right now. Hey, you don't know who it is, but Ocho, the Eagles beat the Steelers in the Battle of Pennsylvania, 27-13 after 3 consecutive weeks of being held over 180 yards. Jalen Hurts was 25 of 32, 290 with a pair of touchdowns. Brown and Smith both went over 100 yards, marking the 4th time they've achieved this feat, setting a new record for the most such games by a duo in Eagles history. Hurts, the approach was a little different this week. The grass will be greener where you water it, where you decided to water the pass game. And that's the kind of fruits that you saw of our labor. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The grass is green on the other side if you water it, if you fertilize it, if you tend to it.
Right. You always got to. It's all about upkeep. Sometimes it don't matter where you go. As long as you got some grass over there, it's all about the details, being sharp, paying attention. Everybody ain't really got the discipline though. Very few got the discipline to take care of the grass, where it's green. You hear me? Yeah, but anyway, that goddamn game was good though. I could tell you that. The game was good, and it didn't take a turn for the worse for the Steelers until Najee Harris fumbled. When he fumbled that ball, it was a little haywire. But what the Eagles did after that on both sides of the ball was impressive. Offensively and defensively. They looked good.
It would have been interesting to see Ocho had he not fumbled that ball. But you got to realize they got their points now because TJ Watt punched the ball out of Jalen Hurts. So, I mean, if we being honest about it, I mean, you think about it. Russell Wilson was 14 of 22 for 128 yards. They ran the ball 17 times for 56 yards. So they had less than 200 yards. As a matter of fact, to be quite honest with you, they had less than 190 yards of total offense. Excuse me. You're not going to win very many games with 190 yards of total offense unless your defense takes the ball away 5-6 times, a couple scooping scores, pick sixes. Other than that, and you sack the opposing quarterback 5, 6, 8, 9 times. But to get no sacks and to get he had one turnover, Cooper DeJean fumbled on the punt. That's how they really got the touchdown. DeJean fumbled on that punt. But other than that, they really didn't move the ball offensively, Ocho. This was probably this was their worst offensive performance
we've seen
since Russ was inserted back into the starting lineup. This was the Eagles dominated this. They got after.
Listen, it's the fact. It's okay. I think it's okay and it's good that Russ had a game like this. They had a game like this, and they didn't just play against anybody. They played against the Eagles. The Eagle team that has won 10 almost.
Yeah, they run 10 in a row now, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
So to see him have a game like this is understandable, and I want to say it's okay. I want to say it's okay. Boom, we back to the drawing board. What do we need to do better going forward from here? Because when we do play good teams like the Eagles, at some point that we'll probably have to face at some point, maybe in the playoffs, or a team that's in the AFC that we might have to face in the playoffs. What do we need to do better? How do we execute our offense? Because I saw so many goddamn three and outs from the goddamn Steelers where they could never get themselves into a rhythm offensively. They couldn't run the ball.
No.
That goddamn Jalen Carter.
I told you.
But
they got them playing. That D-line with Williams and Carter and Davis with Sweat. Oh, they playing. Hey, and they got them two guys in the middle, Zach Braun and Nakobe Dean.
Them boy playing some ball, boy.
Yeah, man.
So listen, there was a collapse. They had a collapse last year. They were 10-1 and they collapsed the remainder of the season. That ain't happening this year. Not with the way that defense playing. Absolutely not.
But there were a situation on the sideline. I think Sirianni was trying to talk to Jalen Carter, the D-line coach. I've never seen a team that has such prosperity, but damn, they argue about they constantly into
dysfunctional.
It. I'm like, damn. I would really hate to see if they would lose. Okay, so Ocho, if we 12-2, we're 11-2, we're 10-2, and we're arguing and we're bickering on the sideline. What the hell would it be if we 6-6 or we 6-7? What?
You know what? It could be a sign. It could be a testament. It could be a good thing. It could be a good thing. You never know what it is. Obviously, I can't say what it is, especially from the outside looking in. Players are
Correct.
passionate, coaches are passionate, wanting everybody to be on the same page, not celebrating too early, being that the game was somewhat close, could have been an issue as well. But it's a good thing, to see that the coaches care, to see that the players care, and that everybody's on one accord with the same understanding, with the same end goal in mind. Let's keep that focus on what we here for and why we doing what we be doing.
Right. Them Georgia boys, they got like 4 guys starting.
Yeah.
They got N'Kobe Dean, they got
Jordan Davis,
Carter, they got Davis,
Yeah.
they got Nolan Smith Jr. I mean, they got a lot of guys that's starting that's from the University of Georgia, them Bulldogs, them dogs. But they're playing really, really well. Now, I saw Washington driving Slay out of the back. I've never seen a guy get blocked that long, that far. Hey, that's where you just dropped. And I know Slay didn't want to get dropped because he didn't want to be, I got pancake. He knows they're going to show it on Sports Center. But, bro, when the man drives you 30 yards out of the back of the end zone, put your back up against the wall, that's going to get showed too. It just is, Ocho. You know it. But, hey, he like 6'8", like 270. So it wasn't nothing Slay could do.
I think, obviously, just speaking on that play in general, I think it's unfair when they change the rules, when guards and tackles pull on sweeps, or misdirection plays. Now that the corners and safeties are at a disadvantage.
Oh, you can't cut them.
Huh? You can't cut no more. You can't create a pile.
No.
So I think it's almost unfair. And the DBs and safeties are at a disadvantage, huh? Giving up 100, almost 150 pounds.
But you hurt somebody. And see that if you try, and see, here's the thing. They say are you trying to make it safe? Because guys don't want them knee shots, Ocho.
Right.
Them guys, stay off my knees, man. Stay off my knees. They don't really let you cut in the interior line like we used to when you and I was in the league. And so they say, look, we're gonna protect. We're gonna try to protect everybody. Obviously, heavy emphasis on the quarterback. But I like that rule because, man, them guys going out there and them guys just trying to take. And even on the run back, Ocho, they won't let you. The quarterback used to try to take the blockers out. They won't let him do that anymore. Right. And so that's always been a rule on the kick team. You can't block below the waist. But the Eagles look good. Yeah. The Eagles look good, and I said this about 3 weeks ago. I'm not so sure if Detroit and the Eagles play. I'm not so sure I wouldn't take the Eagles. I'm almost certain I would take the Eagles.
Detroit?
I would. Yeah.
Hey.
Because the Eagles have something that very few teams in the NFC have. They front seven can go get home.
Listen, that front seven.
And we know Goff is not mobile. That's Josh Allen that you try to get to him and get his ass on the ground. You can get to Jared Goff.
But also remember now, you still got to do it. You still got to deal with that running game. You still got to deal with the running game.
Yeah.
And if things are balanced, there's a good dose of running, there's a good dose of pass. Listen, Detroit can be very dangerous, despite that loss today. They ain't no slouch.
No, they're not. But Philly, they love to play two shell. They believe they can stop your run with their front seven. And I don't see any reason why. I haven't seen anything to make me feel that they can't. Because those big boys up front, that D line is vicious. They get after you. And they did a great job on the Steelers today. The Eagles look really, really good. 27-13 winners over the Pittsburgh Steelers, who fall to 10-4, but still lead the AFC North. We talked about that. The team was leading by 14 in the fourth quarter. Weird to see coaches yelling at each other. Yeah. But hey, if I'm a team, I'm doing everything I can to try to get a lead on the Eagles.
Because they start folding, fighting and bickering amongst each other,
Yeah, that's what I got to see it. That's what I want to see. That's all I want to see, Ocho. I want to see if calmer heads will prevail. But then I want to get a lead and then see, what I'm gonna do to AJ Brown. I'm gonna double him early. I'm gonna frustrate him.
You see the kind of day he had today, though, huh? You see what happened? Yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Anytime, I mean, listen, it's just the way the NFL works, just the way it works in general. You have a day where it's bad like that. You say some things, and then the passing game today look like they ain't miss a beat.
The thing, but like you said, Ocho, Steelers do a great job of
The
stopping the
run,
run.
exactly.
With the
Yeah.
passing game better do
Oh
something
yeah,
today, or you're gonna get beat.
I absolutely knew this would be what happened today because they're so good. Listen, they top five, in defense, the Steelers, especially against the run. So I knew
Yeah.
they were gonna have to
Oh
put the
yeah, they're
ball in the
very good
goddamn
against
air
the
to
run.
have some type of success.
Hey, and they were playing this game without George Pickens. But I'm gonna tell Joey Porter Jr. this, bro. They're not gonna call that push off. When he opens you up outside and then he clubs you, they're not gonna call that. So you can tell the official he doing this all he wants to. They're not gonna call it. First of all, it's within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. So, bro, you have to get in the weight room because you're a little light right now. You have to be able to clamp up because these guys, these big receivers like an AJ Brown, they're gonna play through contact now.
Every time.
They're gonna play through contact.
For
Ocho.
DB, it's all about understanding your personnel, understanding what you can and can't do against certain receivers. There's some receivers, they physical. You could either get physical with them or use what you have to your advantage that they don't. Your quickness, being quick, being twitchy, and just shadow them. Just shadow them. You got to understand your opponents. You got to play everybody different, and what works best for you.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Okay. Russell Wilson offense needs George Pickens to get back after scoring 27 points in the first game without Pickens. The Steelers offense scored just 13, managed 163 total yards, lost the time of possession by nearly 20 minutes. The 163 yards was the fewest in a game since week 2 of 2010. So in almost 14 years since they that's 15 years since they had that fewer yards. But the Eagles are really good defensively. They dominated the game. Dominated time of possession. So when you see a team dominate time of possession, you're not able to run the football. I don't think anybody is surprised by that number. Ocho, Patrick Mahomes' ankle sprain overshadows the Chiefs' win versus the Browns. Mahomes left the game with an ankle injury with less than 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, which was later determined to be a sprained ankle. Backup Carson Wentz came into the ball game to finish for the Chiefs. Head coach Andy Reid said it's a little sore. It's literally day to day. He probably could have gone back in, but he wanted to go back in, but there was no need for that. Mahomes will have more tests on the ankle on Monday. If I'm not mistaken, Ocho, they play Saturday at home against the Houston Texans and then follow that up on Wednesday against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah. Ocho, they talk about three-peat. They just got to hope that Mahomes can finish healthy. If you watch this game, he's running for his life every play.
Most definitely. Not only is he running for his life, listen, the offensive line play, no disrespect to the players, the offensive line play there has been bad all season, huh? That ain't nothing new.
Yes.
It's been bad all year. It's been abysmal all year. And there's nothing that they can do. Mahomes can't complain. I mean, who you gonna complain to? You got to play through it and just hope at some point, you have the right schemes, you have the right game plans and what you can do, but still it's not working. It's not working.
They try to stay as balanced as they possibly can.
You know what? I think they should do. I think Mahomes should relax on Saturday, relax the Houston game. Who's the backup? Who's the backup again?
Carson Wentz.
Oh, see, Carson Wentz has enough cachet, and he knows how to win and manage a game. I would let Carson Wentz take over this Saturday against the Texans and let Mahomes come back on Wednesday. What you think?
Mike.
I mean, that's just how I feel.
It's going to be interesting to see. Buffalo, I think Buffalo has an easy schedule, easier of the schedule, if you say that. They got the Patriots twice. They got the Eagles. The Patriots twice. They got the Jets. And then who else do they have? I know they got the Patriots twice. The Jets. Is that it? The Bills. Patriots twice, Jets. That's it. So they got the Patriots. Think about it. They got the Patriots twice and the Jets.
That's not fair. That's not fair. But you know what's funny? That could be a trap game, boy. Anytime you play a divisional opponent.
Ain't no
you don't
trap.
Think so?
Have you seen the Patriots play? Have you seen the Patriots play?
Yeah.
Okay. Ain't no trapping.
Hey, listen,
They better hope. They better hope Buffalo get trapped in Buffalo. Listen, that's the only trap chance you got to win. Is they get trapped and they can't get out.
Games like that, man. Teams always surprise each other. Why the Patriots come out there and do something crazy for 4 quarters and stumble up on a win. It happened all the time. I don't know why it happened like that, but it just happens all the time, especially with a team that's been dominating the way Buffalo is.
And Kansas City, Houston at home, Pittsburgh on the road, Denver on the road. And Denver's playing really well. Denver had them on the ropes last time. If you don't remember, they ended up
they only
blocking the field goal.
Block the kick at the end of the game.
Block the kick. Yeah.
Football guys been on the Chiefs side all season long, man.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Because Buffalo beat Chiefs head to head, if they finish with the same record, Buffalo gets home field throughout.
That ain't really somewhere I would want to play have home field advantage anyway, honestly.
For me, this Buffalo looks different. Because even last year, Josh still turned the ball over a lot. And he put the ball in harm's way a lot. He hasn't done that this year. Now, remains to be seen come playoff time. Pressure ramps up. Expectations ramps up, especially if he continues to play like this, Ocho. I think it's a 2-horse race between he and Lamar Jackson for the MVP. Pittsburgh did a job that kind of hurt Saquon's, MVP chances. So I think it's a 2-horse race between Lamar and Josh Allen. Josh is playing extremely well. I think he has 12 rushing touchdowns. He has another 25 passing touchdowns. Lamar is playing out of his mind, though. Lamar had 5 touchdowns today. So he's probably 33-3.
I missed that. That's the one game I couldn't see, man. He was balling. I was on the plane.
Yeah, he had 5. He had he had about 290 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. So I think it's out of those two. But Josh just keeps doing it. So it's every week. We saw what he did last week. He's the first guy since 1954 to throw for 3 touchdowns, rush for 3 touchdowns. He backed that up with 2 touchdowns, another 2 touchdown rushing, another 2 touchdown passing, and he's kind of been doing that the entire season. And so it's going to be very, very interesting. I really think it's a 2-horse race. I don't think anybody else is in the conversation currently. That's just me personally. Now, somebody might say, well, what about this guy? What about that guy? I think it's a 2-horse race now. And I don't see anybody knocking Josh Allen off. The Patriots, I don't see it. Now, like you said, they could rise up and play unbelievable, still lose, but suppress some of Josh's numbers. But if he doesn't, I just don't see the Eagles. I just don't see, I keep saying the Eagles, the Patriots. I just don't see, without him turning the ball over, I just don't see how they have enough offense to score.
Man. You right. You right about that, man. Golly, man. It's something about them games late in the season. I'm telling you, especially when it comes to divisional games, it get tricky. It get real tricky. Even listen, Buffalo is playing really well. I don't know what it is. It happens. You see, I see it. We see it every year late in the season.
Kansas City, Ocho, they just don't have any explosive plays. Everything is nickel and dime. You look at Patrick Mahomes, he's 10 of 11 because everything is a shallow cross. Everything is a smoke screen. Everything is a spot route. There's nothing that they're pushing the ball down the field.
But hold on. This is what it was last year, too. It was nickel and diamond. The year before that, it was nickel and diamond. You got to think the explosive plays. The last time the Chiefs had those explosive plays that we're used to seeing, well, hell, was when Tyreek was there. That was what, 4 years ago?
but they could occasionally get down the field with Valdez Scantling.
Every so often, no,
They
every
can,
so often.
but
And that was
now the
50-50.
offensive, yeah, true. But Ocho, the offensive line is worse now than it was last year. I don't think about it. They kicked Joe Tunney from left guard out to left tackle. That's how bad it's gotten. And so now he's playing out of position. Kudos to him because, look, my first game at left tackle, and I got to go against Myles Garrett. What the hell is this all about? The offensive line is worse. And the defense, look, clearly, I don't know. God must have been busy when Jameis Winston prayed about turning the ball over. But he did it again today. 3 interceptions, Ocho. 3. He had what? He had 4 and a fumble against the Broncos. He had turned the ball over about 3 times last week. He turned the ball over 3 times. And the thing that, look, I understand, but when you say that's not who I am, turning the ball over is exactly
right.
That's been your MO. You turn the ball over your sophomore year at Florida State. You came into the league turning the ball over. He's only had 1 season in which he hasn't turned the ball over double digits as far as interceptions. We ain't even counting the fumbles, Ocho. We're just talking about picks. But when I just look at the Chiefs, Ocho, I mean, it's just like every play, Mahomes is running for his life. He's trying to throw jump passes. He's getting pulled down. He's throwing the ball. He's scrambling. He's running for his life. It's just I just don't see how I just don't. Look, I understand last year it ain't got nothing to do with this year. I just don't see if he were to win the Super Bowl with that offensive line, you might have to call him the GOAT because we've never seen anything like it.
With the offensive line that bad?
That offensive line that bad, yes.
Oh man. And one of the things that makes the Chiefs so great is their ability to adapt, to adjust, and make the necessary changes, in season, that they need to make. So this will be a testament to how great their coaching is, because this is when it counts.
And in today's game, one of the Chiefs' biggest issues were their inability to manufacture takeaways. 12-1 record, the Chiefs had produced just 10 turnovers, which was tied for third fewest in the league. Today, the Chiefs became the third team in the last 15 seasons to log 6+ takeaways plus five sacks in the game, at least 5 sacks in the game. The Chiefs' 6 takeaways were the most in a game since Kansas City Week 3 took the ball away from the Jets 8 times in 2016.
Damn.
Ocho, the Cowboys beat the Panthers 30-14, coming off a deflating loss to the Bengals on Monday. The Cowboys responded on a short week, with the exception of one play. Bryce Young, the defense smothered Bryce Young. The offense was efficient, and a reconfigured offensive line and Cooper Rush had his first 3-touchdown game of his career. At 6-8, the Cowboys still have a chance to make the playoffs, even if it's faint. They have a milk chance, crazy. 2%. With another loss, it goes down to skim.
Hold on. So even with a 6-8 record, the Cowboys still have an opportunity, have a chance to make the goddamn playoffs.
Yeah, 9-8. They're gonna have to get to somehow. They got to get to 9-8.
Okay.
Then hope somebody in the West falters.
Right. They got to
because you're getting 3 teams. First of all, you're getting 3 teams. You're getting 3 teams out of the NFC North, because those teams already have 10 wins. So you got 2 teams that are 12. They got 11-2, a 10-4, and a 12-2. So you already got 3 teams above 10. So those 3 teams are going to the playoffs automatically. Now, the NFC South is going to get a team in. The NFC West could potentially get 2 teams in, because what you call them 8-6. Seattle's 8-6. What's Arizona? They're 7-7.
Okay, they 500.
What's the Rams? Okay, see?
What's the Rams?
You got 2 teams already at 8-6.
Damn.
So they got to win out and then hope something happens to one of the Rams or the Seahawks.
It ain't gonna happen. Could you imagine the Cowboys make it though? Can you imagine the Cowboys make it to the playoffs?
and get their eyes beat
Huh?
out. And get their eyes beat out.
Oh,
Oh, we're gonna find out because guess what? They got the Bucs on Sunday night. The Bucs are really good. Baker's playing really
wait, they
well.
got the hold on. The Cowboys got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
Next
in
Sunday night.
Jerry's world.
Yep.
Shh. Man, you see the Bucks hung up 40 today, right?
I
Oh,
sure
okay.
saw that. Mike Evans was back. Mike Evans said, I ain't trying to let my 1,000-yard streak
And
go just
hey,
yet.
I wonder how many yards he got to go before he hit it. He got 3 games left, right? I know
Uh-huh.
he needed 400 something.
Well, he needs probably that 300 something now, 250.
Dang. Oh, he could probably he could make it. He could make it.
Yeah. But here's the thing: the game might come down. What's the Commanders' record? They're 8-6 or they're 9-6? They're 9-5.
Okay.
So they win another game. What you call them can't
Right.
catch them. So there goes your wild card
Right.
right there. They're done. All Washington has to do is win one game. That gets them to 10 wins. The Cowboys can't get to 10 wins. The best they can do is get to
Right.
9. There it goes right there. Washington wins one more game. Washington they have the Cowboys, they're at Dallas. I think they got the Eagles again, and then the Giants. Eagles, Falcons, Cowboys. Oh, they're gonna get the Falcons.
You-
All they got to do is get to 10, and you're in.
So basically, you think the Cowboys gonna make
Ocho,
it?
that's like you like the bowl, right? Hey, all I got to do is strike
Yeah.
out, and I lock you out. Ain't nothing you could do.
So basically, what you're saying is the Cowboys probably gonna make the playoffs.
No, they're not.
You don't believe him at all? Nope. No. What percentage? What percentage?
If Washington gets one more win, they get to 10. The Cowboys can't
Okay.
get to 10 wins.
Okay. All right.
The Cowboys, okay, CD Lamb about 8 catches. He had 8 for, huh? Okay. Detroit's 12-2, Eagles 12-2. Right now, if the playoffs were to start today, number 1 seed would be Detroit, number 2 would be the Eagles, number 3 would be the Bucs, number 4 would be the Rams. The number 1 wild card would be Minnesota at 11-2, Green Bay at 10-4, the Commanders at 9-5, Seattle at 8-6, Arizona at 7-7, Falcons at 6-7, 49ers at 6-8, the Cowboys at 6-8. So they're 12.
Okay. God damn.
Only 16 teams. So CD Lamb played great today. He had 8 catches for 105 yards and a touchdown in the first half, securing his 4th straight 1,000-yard season. He finished with 9 catches for $116. Rico Dowdle also had an outstanding game. 25 carries, $149. His best game as a pro. The Cowboys ran the ball 40 times, 211 yards. When you can run it, you see how easy it is for the passing game to take off, Ocho. But the defense was outstanding. Golston, a sack. Michael Parsons, 2 sacks and a tackle for loss. Lewis, a sack, tackle for loss. Lawson, sack, tackle for loss. They had 6 sacks, 7 tackle for losses, and they picked off Bryce Young twice. Well, if you do that, good chance you're gonna win the game.
Yeah. Listen, Dallas, they were playing the Panthers, and the Panthers have been playing really good football the past 3
Played
or
really
4
well.
weeks.
Yep.
Bryce Young has been playing really, really good football. The past 3 or 4 weeks they've been competing. They might have been losing, but they've been doing something we haven't seen them do all year. They've been competing and been in games all the way up into the last minute. The Cowboys defense today, obviously a ton of.
They came to play.
Huh? Yo,
They came to play.
They came to play. They definitely came to play. They had a ton of penalties, a handful of turnovers, and hell, they still had a good showing. They still had a good showing. It was good. It was good.
So Cowboys trying to hold on, say, hey, let's play this thing out. That game last week really hurt them a lot. That game against the Bengals really hurt their chances.
What you mean hurt them? What you thought? I hope you don't think they was finna beat us.
Well, if y'all play, if they'd had any quarterback other than Will Levis today, y'all would have lost.
What? Did you see Chase? Did you see T. Higgins? Did you see yesterday?
We're gonna get that in a minute.
Okay,
we get that in a minute.
Okay.
The Ravens beat the Giants 35-14. Lamar tied a career high with 5 touchdown passes. This is Lamar's 5th game with 5 TD passes and 5 or fewer incompletions. No other player in NFL history has more than 3. The defense tied a season low yards allowed with 236. Now, Baltimore has to prove it can beat the Steelers on Saturday. The Ravens have lost 8 of their past 9 games against their biggest division rivals. The Steelers can clinch the AFC North title with a win. That's the one team that Lamar does not have a winning record against in the division, Ocho. Ocho, what you got? What you got?
Hey, that's going to be a good one. Listen, the Ravens played the Giants today. You know, you don't get a pat on the back for that. You don't get a pat on the back for beating the goddamn Giants. Now, obviously, we know what Lamar's record is against the Steelers. It hasn't been good since he's been in the NFL. I think for them, this would be a playoff, not only a playoff atmosphere game, but the type of team you would have to face in the playoffs. So to have a good showing would be, it would behoove everybody that's a part of that organization, including Lamar. They have a good showing against the Steelers this Saturday. You know, I mean, to do what you did to the Giants, you know, that's cool. It's a nice warm-up. It's a tune-up. I call it a tune-up game for the real game come Saturday. And I look for it.
Because if I'm not mistaken, the Steelers and the Chiefs are one of the 3 teams that played this 3 games in 11 days, right? Yeah, because yeah,
I like it.
Because they play because the Steelers play Saturday, and then they turn around again and play Wednesday. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the Ravens do the same thing.
Right. See, everybody got to do it. Shouldn't be ain't no excuses. Put your big boy put your big boy briefs on now. Let's go.
But that was the thing, like you said. Lamar was 21 of 25, 295 touchdowns. He was sacked twice. Josh Johnson even came into the game. They ran the ball 31 times for 170 yards. Lamar had 6 for 65. Derrick Henry was 14 of 67. Hill had 2 for 7. Ali had 8 for 32. But see, that's the balance that you need. When they run it more than they throw it, they win. It's not that complicated. Now look, bro, the Giants. I mean, they're an NFL team, but barely. If it was soccer, they'd have got something down to the lower league. You know what I'm saying? They'd have been playing so bad. You know how they demote some teams, Ocho?
Yeah.
They would have gotten demoted. They would have gotten demoted. But this is what you have to do when you go on the road and you're playing a team that you know you're better than. You don't dilly-dally around with them. You go ahead, you kill a gnat with a sledgehammer, you let them know, here we go again. Yeah, you damn right. Get y'all ass up out of here. So by the third quarter, I want the 50,000 fans that came, I want them to start filing out of there, and I want more planes to come over here with more banners. Hey, we're going to be back, and we're going to keep doing this until you fire everybody. And it couldn't happen to it. I want, you know what? When is John Maher going to read some letters? Because he was quick to tell you about the letters that he wrote, that he read, how angry the fans were with Colin Kaepernick. Read some of the fans' letters now. Tell us what they think. Nobody asked you about the fans. Nobody asked you what the fans were saying when they wrote you letters and you read them. Now we're asking you.
Can
you read some of the fans' letters?
Better. He know better. He could read the room. Read the room, Brother John. Read the room. He know what time it is.
Yes. It ain't getting ready anytime soon.
Absolutely not.
Until you get a quarterback, I don't care. I don't care who come in there. No, you got to have a quarterback, and they don't have one. And I hope Shador doesn't go there either. The Bengals beat the Titans 37-27. Burrow had another big performance through his league-leading 36 touchdown pass on the season, which broke his own franchise record with 3 games to go. But he also had 2 picks and a fumble. T. Higgins signs Jamar Chase agent. Oh, T. Higgins said, oh, I didn't know Chase was with Rocky Arsenault.
Yeah.
He was a Marshall Faulk's agent. He's also he's Zeke Elliott agent. So I've been knowing Rock. Man, I've been knowing Rock 20 years. He always told me, man, you don't never give me no love. I didn't know I was supposed to get agents love. But nah, he a cool dude. He a good dude. I like Rock a lot. Like I said, I've been knowing Rock 25 years, ever since he was coming over to the Pro Bowl with Marshall. Joe Burrow was 26 of 37, 271, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions with a fumble. Chase Brown had 25 carries, 97 yards, a touchdown. They had 26 rush attempts, 101 yards. Chase finally did not get in the end zone. Somebody finally kept him under 100 yards. He had 9 catches for 94. Higgins had 5 for 86, but did have a tub. The only thing, look, they really would have had a tough night because Burrow, he had nice numbers, but he didn't play particularly well, Ocho. The only thing that saved him, you know who he was up against. Who he's up against, Ocho?
Will Levis.
Will Levis. Through his league-leading 4th pick 6, he had 3 INTs. Mason Rudolph came in and said, you know what, Will, I can't leave you out here hanging. I'm going to throw one so you don't feel left out. So,
Tennessee bad, huh? I don't know who's worse. I don't know who's worse. Giants, Tennessee. Who else in that group? Who else in that group of them? It's
the Jags.
Huh? Oh, the Jags. It's almost
the Raiders.
Who?
The Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders in that group too, man. It got to the point, I'm watching the game of football, and I love the game of football, and I love good, consistent quarterback play, and I understand how important the quarterback position is when it comes to competing against another team. You're only good as your quarterback, and to see Will Levis,
for sure.
to see Will Levis play the way he plays, based on what I see, what he can possibly be if he just protect the ball. It's like I don't want to say wasted talent. It's like it's bad. Somebody got to get a hold of him and reel him in a little bit, man, and get him to. I look at him like a Josh Allen, man, just big, mobile, dual threat type quarterback. It's just his decision making is.
I wonder if he can see.
Horrible. His decision making is horrible, or maybe his accuracy. I don't know which one it is.
And in order for him to be quarterback, the team that he's playing against, they can't have on white in their jerseys because they got white in Tennessee, and he think that's his teammates.
Damn, man.
Bro, I'm like, Ocho, and then your guys had a pick 6 that he let fumble the ball out of the end zone. That was a touchback. So they either could have been 40-40. So the game could have been blown open way before then. I mean, 27-37, and it was like respect. It really wasn't that close. I mean, it was close early because once Burrow stopped turning the ball over, the game got out of hand. But see, here's the thing. Everybody says, now, he had 3 turnovers a day. They won the game. Had they lost, like they did the Steelers, what role did those 3 turnovers play? Because y'all blame the defense, Ocho.
Yeah.
You did. You blame the defense. So does 3 turnovers play a role in your team losing?
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, if that's what had happened, but that's not what had happened. We won the game.
But it did happen against the Steelers.
It did.
Okay. We good. Okay, we can move on then. Ocho, Will Levis was benched. The Titans had 6 turnovers.
4 of them.
You got to practice. In order to be this bad, you got to practice. So you go out there and say, hey, we're not having any completions. We want to throw incompletions and turnovers. Ain't no way you that bad and you practice. That's what I would get frustrated by. Man, I'm putting all this time in. I'm watching all this tape. Yeah. And my quarterback
keep messing up. Listen, I know how you feel. I know how you feel.
Is them jeans that they used to wear? I don't know if they still wear them, but I'm from the South, so those girls used to wear those jeans with no back pockets on them. We used to call them smooth booties.
Smooth. I ain't never.
They didn't have no back pockets on them.
I ain't never heard of them.
Yeah. The old chick jeans. You ain't never. You remember? Hey. Somebody in the chat go look them chick jeans.
What kind of jeans?
Chick. CHICK. I see.
Yeah, I
Chick.
ain't never heard of that. Huh?
Oh, oh, boy, the girl had the things on
Back then,
Ocho.
hold on. What area y'all was from?
That's the 80s. 80.
I know,
Little
I know the
80, little
80s, but
80
what
something.
I mean, so in Atlanta,
Everywhere. Everybody had chick jeans. Yeah, you better tell them
hey,
something. The chick would like
anybody in the
that.
chat, we had those in Miami. I ain't never heard of that.
If you were somebody, you had a pair. They were a little expensive too, so
Now,
you
when
had
you
to,
say expensive, how much we talking?
like
Okay,
$30.
back then, that's a lot. That's a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
money
What you
back
talking about
then.
back
Oh,
then?
you got to
Yeah,
tell me. I
$30 was
know.
damn a boatload of money, maybe
Yeah,
40.
that's a lot of money back then.
Yeah, man, them things.
Chick
Woo.
jeans. I ain't never heard of that.
Yeah, yeah. Girls, I'm trying to think. Was it Farrah Fawcett? One of those angels used to wear them. And beat Al Sassoon.
What you know about Vidal Sassoon, boy?
Beat Al Sassoon had
Hey,
G. Yeah,
now
yeah. Gloria
that's
Vanderbilt.
throwback. What you know about Gloria
Yeah.
Vanderbilt? Now that's throwback. I remember them names. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they was back in the days, Ocho. Lord. Ocho, the Bucs run rough shot over the Chargers. The Bucs rack up 505 total yards. LA had 207. Mike Evans, 159 yards. Ocho, he's now 251 yards short. He needs to average 83.67 yards. So basically 84 yards a game over the last 3 games to reach
he gonna get that.
Oh, Baker. That's one thing about old Shake and Bake now. Old Shake and Bake. Hey, if you need something, old Shake and Bake, go get it to you now.
Sure you get it.
I like that.
You're gonna make sure you get it. Now I'm sure Baker Mayfield, they're gonna make, matter of fact, the coaches, the offense, the coordinator, they're gonna make sure you get it.
It should.
Oh yeah.
So who wore those jeans? Which angel wore those jeans? Was it Kate? Was it Farrah?
Farrah who? Fawcett?
Farrah Fawcett. Well, Farrah Fawcett Majors. She's married to the $6 million man.
The who?
Maybe it was Suzanne Summers.
She was married to who?
They had pictures. Baker was 22 of 27, 288 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, 1 sack. Bucky Irving, 15 carries, Buck 17. White, 15 carries, 64. They ran the ball Ocho 39 times for 223. Justin Herbert was harassed. He had a pick, sacked 3 times. Tyler Heineke came in, 1 for 1, 4 yards. But they really not a whole lot. Tampa did an outstanding job. Like I said, they pressured him. Levante David had a sack and a half. Hall had a sack and a half. But they did a great job of neutralizing 11 carries for 32 yards. And that's what I'm saying. It's going to be very interesting to see Tampa and Dallas because that's going to tell us a lot. That's going to really tell us a lot.
Wait, about who?
No, I'm saying that'll be an opportunity because if the Falcons lose tomorrow night and then the Tampa wins, they're gonna win. They sort the division.
Hold on, but we know what's gonna happen. We know how that game's gonna turn out. We know how that game's gonna turn out, unless for some godforsaken reason we see a different Dallas Cowboys, and the goddamn Bucs lay an egg. I don't think that's going to happen. Probably not. Especially with the way they're playing, that momentum is gonna carry on into the next game.
Somebody said it was Farrah Fawcett. Yeah, I remember. Y'all ain't tell me it was Farrah Fawcett had them jeans on.
I used to talk to Farrah back in the day too.
Huh? She from Corpus Christi?
Yeah, told you.
Oh, when she was on that, she had that red bikini on, that poster.
Yeah, that's
the Jets beat the Jags 32-27. Jets snapped their losing streak. Rodgers 289 yards, 3 touchdowns as the Jets finally pulled out a game in the fourth quarter. This was vintage Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams.
Devontae.
Again, he had back-to-back weeks in Florida. What's the weather like right now in Florida, Ocho?
Well, we got a little cold front, so it's about 75.
Yeah. What's the weather like in New York?
Oh, right. Hey, I'm so happy I'm out here now, right? Boy, it's about 23, boy. What about 23?
Now, look at his game last week against Miami, the weather. Look at that game this week against Jacksonville. Aaron Rodgers, he was 16 of 30, 289, 3 touchdowns, the only sack once. Devontae, 9 catches, $198, second best receiving day of his career, 2 touchdowns, a 71-yarder. He had 9 targets. Mac Jones, I don't know what Mac Jones was thinking on that last interception. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Do you not know the route? I guess it's a route, Ocho. If the corner's on top of you, you pull up. If you're on top of him, you throw it. Matt, you can see it.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, hold on, Unc. So you trying to say, now I'm thinking about it. You think Aaron Rodgers is playing better in hot weather cities as opposed to cold?
Hell yeah.
The man played in Green Bay all his life, man.
Yeah. And look at him now. Look how he played in the Jets, and look at the 2 warm weather games he had.
Right. You think you don't think that's just a coincidence, or you really think he's just playing good in? Okay. No. Listen, you might be on to something now. You might be on to something.
Yes. No, I ain't have that poster with Farrell on it. Man, the poster cost money back there. $1.50, $2. Man, I ain't had Shannon Sharpe. I had no money like that. And where was I gonna put it at?
You couldn't put it in the house?
What? So you think my grandma gonna put that? Man, stop playing.
Oh.
Man, Barry Porter was gonna have that thing. Stick it on that cinder block wall with Scotch tape. No. I had to wait. I got this Savannah State to put them Jet Beauties on the wall. You remember the Jet magazine?
They had the
Jet
beauty of the week. But listen, but
my wall was covered.
Yeah. Hey, I never forget, boy. You know, back in my day, man, I had dated about a few of the Jet Beauties of the week, boy. Yeah,
you know what, Ocho? I always wanted to meet a Jet Beauty. I ain't never met one. No.
Yeah, boy. Sure, I went on a date with about 4 or 5 of them, man. You know, because it tell you,
as a matter of fact,
in the bio it tell you where they from.
Yes.
When they tell you where they're from, I used to go. You hit the yellow pages. Name and everything be in there, man.
Yeah, I'll be like, dang, I'm thinking about it now. As a matter of fact, I think I might have met one person that's ever been in a magazine.
Who that? Who?
I gotta find me a magazine. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Do they just, man, I ain't seen a magazine. So what's the magazine now? FHM, something like that?
They still got magazines like that?
Huh? Oh yeah, I ain't been to the no. I ain't been to the I go to the grocery store. I'm trying to get in and out. I ain't going to no magazine aisle.
Hey, matter of fact, hey, listen, with social media, you don't even need magazines no more, Unc. Like when you think about it, you don't even need magazines no more.
There. You got a point there, Ocho. You got a point. Yeah. Now, you know what I'm saying, Ocho? Now, when you're right, you can't possibly be wrong. Good point. But look, Ocho, I'm watching this game, and look, he missed a throw here and there, but because normally Rodgers is not going to be 16 or 30. Rodgers is normally 22 or 30, but he got going. He and Devontae had that thing going today, and this is Devontae. This is he and Devontae when Devontae was becoming an all-pro. Rodgers was winning back-to-back MVPs. This is how this connection looked for 16 games, not just a handful of games.
Now, do you think they can get back to this consistently, though? I mean, obviously, we're at the end of the season. We're at the end of the road.
Hold on. Are they gonna play Jacksonville again?
No.
Oh. What about your Dolphins? You know your Dolphins cook.
Yeah,
right?
they don't want no smoke with us. I'm just saying.
I just think as long as the weather's warm,
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen now. It
what's gonna
takes little
happen?
small showings like today. They get people excited that's in positions of power who write the goddamn checks to bring somebody back. Boy, you saw what he was able to do today in the second half? Yeah, ain't no reason why we shouldn't bring him back because he gives us our best chance to win. I'm not telling you what I heard, I'm telling you what I know.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
But the Jets get them, but it's over for
Yeah,
them.
it's over.
4-10, they ain't going nowhere. That
Yeah, it's
season's
over.
over. The Texans defeated the Dolphins 20-12. Tua throws leads to DeBose getting stretched off the field. Ocho, what are we gonna do about quarterback throwing balls like this, man? They're throwing ambulances balls.
Yeah. That play was unfortunate. It was unfortunate. I think, Tua plays very well on script, on timing plays. And he sees a read and he just lets it go. I don't think he plays well off script. When the
No.
timing of a play is disrupted, based on what he sees defensively. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. You never. I mean, listen. I'm not a quarterback, but you never want to see a player or your teammate, laid out like that. Man, it's a bad thing. It's a bad feeling. And I can only imagine how
I
Tua
thought,
felt.
yeah, I thought I mean, look, he went down, Tua goes down, and that really hurt them. But for whatever reason, it's been, I mean, it's like killed all the
Yeah.
chemistry. I mean, like Tua and Tyreek don't have any chemistry anymore. Waddle had 2 targets, no catches. It's like the only guy that he has a connection with is Geno Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought, look, OBJ got nicked up and they ended up releasing him. I just think injuries and age have just caught up with 2 ACL surgeries, Ocho, broken leg. You're getting older. He's not going to get the opportunity that he once did. He's not going to be what he once was. And I think if you were hoping that you were going to see that Giants OBJ, that ain't happening. But I thought had he not gotten injured in the Super Bowl, Ocho, I thought he was going to be the MVP. Because if you look at the way he was building up in the playoffs and the way he had started that,
he was cooking, huh? That boy was cooking. Damn.
But Tua was 29 of 40, 196, 3 interceptions. Ocho, the Dolphins defense isn't good enough to overcome those kinds of mistakes from Tua.
No.
And here's the problem that he has, Ocho. Now, one of those picks, Tyreek, you got to come down with the ball, bro. You can't let the guy take the ball out your hand. Now, he threw one to you can't be late on the out ball. Man, he is Stingley, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Stingley's the real deal, huh?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Stingley is the real deal.
Yeah. But here's the thing, Ocho, from what I could deduce. Because Tua doesn't have the strongest arm, he has to throw with such great anticipation. It gets him in trouble a lot. Because guys they know it. They know you can't drive the ball, and you got to let the ball go before you want to. And they're like, you know what? Sometimes wish I could just stand behind the quarterback so I can see what he sees. So I can just tell him, no, don't throw it there. You don't see that man? Joe, I was like, you don't see that man between him and your guy? Are you going to throw it through him?
Yeah. Damn, man.
But the Texans win 9-5. They stay on top of the division. One more win, they win the division, right? If they win Saturday, they win the division. Because Bronco country, you saw we did. Bronco country.
Oh, you saw the Bengals?
Bronco
I know,
country.
I heard you. I'm just saying, who they?
And Botino, you see him get that pick. They try to run a little lateral on us. Y'all can't do that. Don't try to flea flicker that out play. We're going to pick it. Go 50.
Y'all all right.
and then hit the Marshawn Lynch on y'all.
Y'all all right. You realize who y'all played today, right?
The Colts.
Okay. That ain't nothing to be like be hooping and hollering about beating. I'm just saying, you know. Just, huh.
Hey, Jonathan Taylor Ocho. When are these guys gonna stop dropping the ball before they cross the end line?
Oh,
Jonathan Taylor, who's a
he did it
vet,
too?
who's an all-pro. Yes.
I ain't see that. I saw a buddy from the Bengals do it. Oh, hey, that excitement, huh?
Ocho, Jonathan Taylor's been an all-pro. He was one of the highest paid running backs. What you mean the excitement? He's not a rookie.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Brock Purdy reportedly seeking a contract at the top of the quarterback market around $50 million a year.
Whoa. He don't need to be talking about no contracts right now at all. But go ahead.
All I know is I ain't getting him nowhere near no 50 million. I'll give you one of them on 35, 40 million.
Hey, what you think he gonna say? What you think he gonna say to that? No.
Okay, play on a. Guess what? We'll put you on a what you call it for 2 years.
What? Franchise tag?
Yes.
He gonna bet on himself like Kirk Cousins. Then.
Okay, let him bet. You always hear the story of everybody betting and coming up big. What about them snake eye stories?
Oh, but they lose?
There's a reason why those windows don't open in Vegas. You notice that, Ocho? You in the casino? Yeah. Don't none of them rooms open. Those windows don't open, do they?
Hey,
you ever ask yourself, man, why these rooms don't open? I want to get some fresh air.
Talk your talk now.
You ain't finna take the easy way out. But hell no.
Hey, but you know what? Hey, they might be stuck. They might have no choice but to pay Purdy. Because listen, you don't want to pay him what he's worth or what the market says he should be paid. Where else you going at the quarterback position? You have no one to replace him.
I'm not paying him no $50 million.
You don't have no choice.
Yes, you do got a choice.
Listen, they had a choice not to pay Daniel Jones. You see what they did, right?
What did Tampa play Baker Mayfield?
40?
33.
Nah, 40.
3 years, $100 million.
Okay. I see where you're going with that. I see. Oh, so you're saying he should have a Baker Mayfield type contract?
Yes.
Okay. That's feasible. That's feasible. I'm not sure he would even complain about that.
He would. I'm not giving him no $50 million. That ain't happening.
So, I don't know. That quarterback position is very, 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 very important. And sometimes, if you want it bad enough, you will overpay for it.
Well, 49ers will not release Devondre Campbell. 49ers are pursuing a max suspension so Campbell doesn't get paid. Ooh. Since he is a vested player, if they were to release him, he still gets the remainder on his contract. So if they suspend him, they get to withhold that. Now, that's something they're going to have to run by the league for the amount of time that they can suspend him. I'm thinking they're going to say conduct detrimental. What is the framework for conduct detrimental?
Hey, you see how they trying to play with you?
Yeah, I would too. You think I'm hold on? You want them to release him and he still get paid?
Hey, there's one thing.
There's
one thing about it, boy. They want to hit you where it hurt. They want to hit you and take what they think you value most, that money.
Ocho, Drake Greenlaw got nicked. He's the backup. So what did he do? Hit us where it hurt. We needed a body. He wouldn't go in the game. Fair is fair. Even swap ain't no swimmer. You hit me where it hurt. I hit you where it hurt. We both hurt. Yes. I don't care if we both blind.
Damn. Did he come out and apologize or anything? Did he say anything? Did he talk to the team? Or?
Man, I don't want to hear what he got to say because everybody talk about, well, you don't know what that man was going through. So I just want to know, was he going through it before the game or did it happen during the game? Because if he was going through something before the game, take your ass to Kyle Shanahan, go to a Lynch, John Lynch, who's the general manager, say, man, look here, man. I got a lot on my mind tonight. I got, my family, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. He got mad because they activated Drake Greenlaw and he went from a starter to a backup. That's why he got mad.
Hey, but Greenlaw the real deal, boy.
Stop. We gotta stop, Ocho. We've got to stop making excuses. We try to excuse everything that a person does. You don't know what he was going through.
Wait, who tried to make that excuse for him?
Everybody, you know.
Oh, wait, hold on. If you're in the middle of a fucking football game, nothing else matter what's going on the outside, because in between them lines, that's your outlet. That's your sense of peace.
Right.
That's your job, what?
So it just happened. So whatever he had going on, Ocho, it just reared its ugly head when he put the pads on, and at the third quarter when Dre Greenlaw got hurt. So it didn't happen. It didn't happen before the game. It not on the way to the stadium. Right. He get a call. Hey, something's going on with the fam. Right. Blah blah blah. It didn't happen once he got to the stadium. And an hour before the kickoff, it happened. It just so happened he started going through something. The moment they needed him to step in the game for Dre Greenlaw, that's when you don't know, Shannon, what he was going through.
Man, I ain't trying to hear all that, bucket. Whatever I'm going through in life, I know once I walk in that stadium and I walk in that locker room, whatever I'm going through in life, it stays on the outside until the game is over.
Once you make that decision, Ocho, once you make that decision that you show up, you got to show out.
Yeah.
You can't, Ocho. Now, like I said, if he has this going on before, Ocho, it just so happened. It's funny. Don't you find it funny, Ocho? Whatever he started going through, it happened the moment Drake Greenlaw went down and they needed him.
I like that. I like how you just put that. That was nice.
Now, I wonder, had he been going, if Dre Greenlaw is inactive, I wonder if he's still going through that same thing.
Not at all.
So the 49ers are well within their right
to suspend him.
And that's the whole thing. Ocho, I ain't got no problem. If you work a regular 9 to 5, you just cannot show up while I was going through something. Call your supervisor. Call your boss. Let somebody know. Man, Ocho hit me up. Hey, Ocho's not going to be able to make it today. He called me. He said he didn't have your number, but he wanted me to let you know that he had something going on at home. He had a personal issue that he got to deal with. He's sorry he wasn't able to tell you. You just not going to show up on the damn job. Man, F that job. Bro, there's a common decency. There's a common courtesy. And I'm not saying people don't have things, but you mean to tell me you don't have the common courtesy, the common decency to just call and say, hey, I'm not going to be able to come in today?
Yeah. That's crazy work, boy. That's crazy work.
I just don't get guys. Oh, so the Texans have clinched the AFC South. Hey, send the Broncos something, because we did it. We put foots in the Colts.
They did?
Yeah, we beat the brakes off them.
No, I'm talking about, I didn't know they clinched, though.
Yeah, because once the Broncos beat the Colts, that gave them the division.
That's all right.
An NFL executive described Kyle Pitts as one of the biggest disappointments I've ever scouted, he told Bob McGann. He also says Kyle Pitts is just going through the motions. It seems like he's almost disinterested based off the films. One of the biggest disappointments I've ever scouted, some flashes, but rarely regularly involved in the offense. Seems to go through the motion, almost disinterested. Definitely a bust based on expectations and what they passed up. He broke on the scene. He was I think he was the second tight end in NFL history to go over 1,000 yards receiving in his rookie season. Mike Ditka was the first one. Based on that, and I thought he was sensational at Florida.
Oh, he was
could
great
run.
At
he could
Florida.
move like a receiver. Big, tremendous hands. He had it all. Size, speed, great hands, can catch the ball in traffic, high point the ball, great run after the catch.
Listen, at the injury, the knee injury, the ACL, I think that slowed it down a little bit. That's all. That's all, man. Listen, Kyle Pitts is phenomenal, and even now with a little limp and a little injury, he's still a mismatch nightmare. I just think they don't know how to use him the right way where he is. You can't have someone that played, listen, on the line with his hand in the dirt. He can play in the slot, he can play a receiver, he can do all these different things, and all of a sudden now he gets to Atlanta, and you have him playing a traditional tight end type role when there's so many other ways that you can use him offensively. You know, I mean, they're just not using him to the best of his abilities. Now I could be wrong. I just know that
Now,
injury has affected him a lot.
I will concede
Uh-huh.
this. Desmond Ritter, Tyler
Uh-huh.
Heineke, hell, I don't know, me, Gronk, Kellen Winslow II, or Travis
Right.
Kelce could put up numbers with those
Right.
guys. So let's not pretend like he was with, Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow or some of these other elite quarterbacks. He's not. But the one thing that you can do is that, like I said, I hadn't looked at it, but he said it looked like he's going through the motion. Excuse
Hmm.
me. It doesn't seem like he's giving max
Right.
effort. Now I get it. If you're frustrated, Ocho, you're not getting, because one game he got 100, and then hell he go two,
Games
three
with
games.
nothing.
Ocho, he might get like 2 or 3
Yeah,
targets.
that's all on the play calling, the creativity, and allowing team to dictate whether you can get the ball or not. And I hate offenses that are run like that.
Mm-hmm. It's like I said. Plus, when he was with Arthur Smith, I thought that was the perfect
Mm.
situation. Arthur Smith loves the
Yeah,
tight ends.
yeah.
And I think like like I said, his rookie year, he was sensational.
Hmm.
And we haven't seen that since. Um, I might have to call and get some footage and some
Yeah.
tapes and take a look for myself.
I think there is some truth to it. But going through the motions, I mean, nobody's actually going through the motions because it's actually on film. You're not going through the motions. Maybe whoever this exec may be, just finding a reason to hate. I hate execs that don't reveal who they are.
Hey,
Mm.
bro, I can't. You see what he got,
Yeah.
Shams? When he attached the agent's name to it,
So won't nobody talk to him no more?
bro, you can't do that. That's why they tell you off the
Right.
record. You didn't hear from me.
Okay.
Okay, phrase
Right.
it however you
Right.
want to, but just make sure it doesn't come
Okay.
back to
Okay.
me.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
It ain't that complicated. My sources, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Sometimes, well, these sources, it's 2020, 2025. These sources need to stand 10 toes and let it be known. Forget the source. It's coming from me. I'm the horse and I'm the mouth.
Bro, I want to get my check. You think, hold on, just to appease a
Right.
player or a fan base, you think I'm going to give up a $10 million job just to appease y'all? You're out your
Okay.
damn
Okay.
mind. You not going to do that either. Man, you crazy. No
Yeah,
chance.
no.
Where you think these stories
Well,
come
they always
from?
come from somewhere. And it's
Yes.
always coming from inside the house, huh? It's always coming from inside the house. Every
Duh.
time.
All of a sudden now. So how did you know somebody was talking about a
Right.
trade, or that somebody might be interested in trading? The Heat might be interested in trading
Yeah.
Jimmy. These stories just don't appear out
Yeah,
of the
it's
blue.
inside the house. Knock, knock, knock.
Travis Hunter wins the Heisman. Aston Genty says, I should have walked away with it. Internet is in the uproar. Prime having to get Travis' fiance to stand celebrate his win. Then she was filmed giving him attitude for taking pictures at a scheduled
Yeah.
event. Am I supposed to sit here all day?
Oh,
Hunter's relationship with his fiance has been under scrutiny since his college football career took off. Things seem to have gotten people online, with a couple of dead on the IG live where their fiance admitted she wasn't initially attracted to him. Fans took that situation to the next level when they assumed she was annoyed by him in the clip of the interaction between the couple, which led many to believe She wasn't truly in love with him. Guys, everybody I think that's watching this show have probably been in a situation where they've had a parent that's told them, young woman or young guy, I don't want you to see that person. And the more they tell you they don't want you to see that person, what do you do?
The more you try to go see him.
Y'all done told a man, now the man went and got a fiance. Y'all keep talking to the man, she's in the commercial. I get it. I get it. You don't want the man to be taken advantage of. Nobody does. And hopefully Coach Prime is able to say, bro, you love this woman. I'm happy for you. But just protect yourself. Protect your wealth down the road. But y'all don't dictate anything. And the more y'all don't see it, the more, and I get it. Yeah, I would have thought she see everybody else standing. She's still sitting down. I saw Coach Prime was hugging his mom, and he asked her to stand up. Maybe she don't know what she don't know. But I just thought that, hey, I see everybody else take their hat off. Hell, I'm going to take my hat off too. I see everybody else stand. I'm going to stand. That's just me, Ocho. I'm not saying everybody, and sometimes the mistake that we make is that we think everybody sees things as we do.
Yeah.
But guys, y'all got to let the man make his mistakes. He'll figure it out, hopefully sooner than later. But he loves this woman. This is not an act.
Yeah.
And y'all not going to, if y'all think y'all talking about the man, he told y'all he does stuff now to tick y'all off. He told you that. So the more y'all try to pull them apart, all it does is drive them closer together. Look, I want the young man to be happy. I know a guy that does the same thing. I ain't gonna let y'all. That's why I have my dog at the dinner table. Y'all ain't finna run ish over here. And guess what? I bought some Lululemon and aloe. That's a size smaller than what I normally get. And I'm gonna wear it. Cause y'all don't run nothing but y'all mouth. Y'all try to run y'all worried about that man relationship. And I guarantee you 75% of you got effed up relationships.
Yeah, matter of fact.
Y'all worried about something. Ocho, I just read a study. A lot of women get divorced only to be involved with a married man. Make it make sense.
Hold on.
Stop trying to tell people what to do. Guys, I want Travis Hunter to do the best that he possibly can. I want him to be smart. And he's about to come into more money than he ever dreamed of. More than he ever dreamed of. And I want him to protect himself. But guys, y'all can't try to guilt this man and talk about, we all done been with somebody that initially wasn't attracted to us, whatever the reasons may be.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Let's simmer down. Let's come back down there. Because I'm a sex symbol. You hear me?
Ocho, you are.
Everybody.
But I guarantee you there are some women that if you were not Ochocinco, you did not play with the Bengals, you did not make millions. You couldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. I know that. You know that. It's like that. And it's
Let me finish talking. Let me finish now.
Okay.
Now, for one, when I get a haircut, I'm a different dude. I'm different.
Now or in high school?
Oh, in high school. Even now too.
Okay, how were your dating life
before I had money?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, Unc.
Exactly.
Hey, Unc.
Exactly.
Hey, I had them. I had them when I had a little, fitted all on me. That's about it.
You had what Ocho could get, but once Ocho started making money, guess what? The level of lady that he dealt with increased also. That lady wouldn't talk to you with the little $50 in your pocket. Now you got $50,000 in your pocket. Now you living in a big crib in Miami. Yeah. Now you able to go places. Yeah. I keep it 1,000 with y'all. Y'all know how it is. And I'm cool. Look, I understand. But all I'm saying is that sometimes you've got to bump your own head to realize how much it hurts. I can't tell you, Ocho. Ocho can't tell you. Your mom or dad can't tell you that if you bump your head on that pole, it's going to hurt. You got to bump your own damn head. Now, if y'all don't believe this man care about this woman, The man is in college and he already proposed to her. His first commercial, Michael Jordan never put his wife. LeBron never. Kobe never put. She's in his first national spot. Huh? Adidas. She's in the spot. That's not an accident.
Hey,
that's not an accident,
hey,
Ocho.
when you ain't you supposed to put your people on? Huh? Ain't you supposed to put your people on? That's you're
Yes.
supposed to put when you're dating somebody, you're supposed to put them in position. Like that's what you're supposed to do, huh?
Ocho, let's get the elephant in the room. You know the elephant in the room
What
is.
what it is? Tell me.
You know what the elephant in the room is.
Tell me, because I don't even know.
What Kendrick say? Not like us.
Oh,
not like us.
They were about that. Okay. So there wouldn't be no elephant in the room if it was one of us. Okay,
I don't believe.
I see what you're saying, but they don't ever be happy no matter what, Unc. No matter what. If it was one of us, then the problem or the issues online would be something else. It would be a hell.
What is it about her? She only
I don't
waited.
like the way she dressed. She too short. Why you with that fat girl? It'll always be something. Either way, that's just us. Unc, you know how we nitpick at any and everything, whether it be ethnicity, whether it be color, whether it be height, whether it be weight. It's always something.
If you, Ocho, man, I like who like me.
Right.
I like who like me.
Right.
I ain't trying to convince you and chase you down and tie you down. Oh, why you don't like me? Bruh, not in today's time. Why do you even care? I don't care. And look here, I don't care if the man married a goat. Because you know why, Ocho? Because it ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't got to feed it. I ain't got to tend to it. I ain't got to pick up after it. So why? I mean, what? I never understood.
I mean,
I don't
you know how it is.
I don't have to, Ocho. My grandma used to always say, I don't have to see what you see in that person because I don't have to be with them. Because they're quick to say, I don't see what she's seeing him. I don't see what he's seeing her. You don't have to. You're not with them.
Yeah. I wonder. Shoot, I wonder if anybody ever.
If you like them, I love them. Man, what you think of? People used to ask me all the time, what you think about this? What you think about your? Look here. When Kiara said, Daddy, I want to get married, I sat him down and said, you sure, bro? I said, you fairly young. He said, yeah. He's like, Daddy, we've been together. Only second girlfriend. Okay.
Right.
I said, Key. Same thing I told his mama. I said, if he like her, I love her. I said, that's the man that got to spend. He knows her. I just want what's best for my son. She treat my son good. I'm Gucci.
There it is.
I've been the guy that, hey, Shannon, leave that girl alone. Man, please. First chance I get, Shannon's there. Hey, real talk. Shannon is there. And the more they tried to tell me not to, the more I wanted to. And the more her parents told her to leave me alone, the more, hey.
Hey, well, you shut up.
I'm just telling like it is.
Yeah, listen, I've been there. I've been there before. Yeah, I was the poster child for that is not the one you want to bring home to me. I was the poster child for that. Yeah, I ain't gonna say a lie, but I was fun. I'm unpredictable. You hear me? I'm exciting. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's not like, well, if he wasn't with her, he would be with me. And they quit. And the thing is now, Y'all don't need to worry about O'Shea pockets. Shea gonna be good. Yeah. If Shea wanted to date 100 women at a time, bank account still gonna be flying. Don't worry about O'Shea. Y'all call it what you want to. Y'all don't. Once y'all realize all that name calling and all that stuff, Travis this and Travis that and Shannon Ocho out, whatever. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out why does it upset you guys so much? Who's Travis with? This or that? Why does it upset? Just tell me why.
Right.
Tell me what you get. Tell me what bill that Travis was going to pay for you that he's with her now that's not going to get paid. Tell me the car that you were going to get, but now you're not going to get because Travis is with her.
Yeah. It's a life we live in. Tomorrow,
yeah. The only thing I would tell him, say, bro, protect yourself, because love today might not be love tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And when people get angry, right.
You get to see them true colors, bro.
I'm gonna hit you where it hurts.
You get to see them true colors.
That's it. That's the only thing I would tell him, bro. If that's who you love, be with who you love. That's the only thing I would tell him, Ocho. Just protect yourself. But sometimes, Ocho, we had to find our stuff on our own.
Yeah.
We cannot protect our kids and our friends from everything. No. We try. I try to give my daughters a view, but not only a male, not only a father, but a professional athlete. Now a guy that's in the media. So I try to give it to my daughters three different ways. I'm your dad, first and foremost. That's what I care about. But let me tell you when a guy says this, what he's actually thinking. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you X. Let me tell you Y. Now do with that what you make. At the end of the day, my kids grown. They're in their 30s. Right. What the hell, they ain't really want to listen to me when they were teenagers. Right. What they gonna do now, Ocho? What I'm gonna do now? Put them on punishment?
You're right.
They live on their own anyway. They pay their own bills anyway. Ocho, the best cities for dating was released.
Miami.
The best city for dating, ATL, Georgia. What can they do for you?
ATL, number one?
Yes, it's number one. Guess what number two is?
Houston.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Vegas? Okay.
Number 3 is Seattle, Washington. Number 4 is Pittsburgh. Number 5 is Tampa, Florida. Number 6 is Portland, Oregon. Madison, Wisconsin. Cincinnati, Ohio.
Where?
Cincinnati, Ohio. Nah, I just had Speed on. Speed said them girls twos and fews.
Nah, Speed don't know what he talk about. Speed don't know what he talk about.
Denver, Colorado, Austin, Texas.
Okay. I like
the worst states, the worst place for dating, Jackson, Mississippi.
Damn, what's wrong?
Yonkers, New York.
Mississippi.
I guess it's the worst place for dating. Grand Prairie, Texas.
Okay.
Warwick, Rhode Island. Hialeah, Florida.
Hialeah.
Glendale, California. Columbia, Maryland. Brownsville, Texas. Port Lucie, Florida. And Pearl City, Hawaii.
I don't like this list. I don't like this list.
Yeah, I don't know how Houston didn't make this list.
Listen, the funny thing about it, forget the list. Depending on what you want and what you're searching for, you can actually find it anywhere. You can find it anywhere, no matter where you are. You know, it doesn't matter. You could be under a rock. You'll be able to find something you like and something that you can deal with and chill with. You could be on motherfucking Mars. You can find something you like and something you could chill with. Yeah, it just doesn't matter where you at. It's just your chances increase.
Man, sit your philosophical ass down and let us live. Chad, y'all see what he's trying to do?
What?
Man, we having us a good old time. But man, this man done kill my buzz.
What? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know, I've been able to be anywhere and you know.
But hey, Chad, let me tell y'all a little something. You know, he feeling real good about himself. So, you know, thing happened. You know, earlier before we got on. My niece was on the phone, and he was happy. So that's what it is. So y'all forgive him.
No, I'm just breaking things down for you a little bit. Most everybody in the chat is younger than me. I'm 56.
Tell him, hey, Rail watching. Rail said she was gonna be watching tonight. He ought to see your spot. Chad, I wish y'all could. I should have filmed it. I should have had Jordan film it and then played it back. Like, Ocho, why you smiling like that?
I don't recall when this happened. I'm just asking. I was just trying to talk about the states that you were talking about.
That's hey, Chad, he had the phone. Guess who it is? Look who it is right there. My baby on the phone. I'm like, what?
I did that?
Yeah, you did that.
I don't recall. I don't recall.
Yeah.
That was the night?
All right. Look down at your phone. She probably said, "Stop playing with me, Ocho." No, she called you Chad. Stop playing with me, Chad.
Nah, I don't recall. I mean, honestly. It's after 12 o'clock too. I don't remember nothing like that. I remember nothing that happened yesterday. Damn,
but he happy. Chad, he happy, and we glad to have him back. We glad to have because we had Chad like the last month and a half. We had Chad. We got Ocho tonight.
Hey, snitches get stitches, huh?
Oh my bad. I wasn't supposed to tell that.
Damn.
No, I mean the chat happy. Chat, y'all can tell, can't you? Y'all can tell he happy, ain't it?
But I'm always happy, Unc. I'm the same energetic self always.
Chat.
Always. I be lit.
Chat. Has Ocho been himself?
Absolutely. I have a job.
I'm asking the chat. Are you in the chat? Your name Chad.
Chat don't matter. I'm telling you about me. I got a job to do. When I come on here and it's time to work, I'm here. I told you, I'm like a horse at the Kentucky Derby now. I got my blinders on. Yeah. I'm focused.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shit. Yeah.
The chat say no. But anyway, he got it. They say you look like you glowed up.
Yeah, I'm glowed up because I got on makeup from goddamn I just come out the show.
I know why you glowed up.
I'm good, man.
Hey, yeah, when somebody get that phone, he's all close to it too. Hey, how you doing? Hey, you're my baby. Too much information, Ocho?
I'm just trying to figure out what you're talking about. I don't remember. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out when this happened.
Yeah, they say like the last month and a half, 2 months. Say you've been acting unusual.
The only thing unusual. I've been working. I got 57, 11, 30, 11 jobs. So that's been my focus. Getting to this bag. You feel me? You hear me? I don't really show it, but they will.
I can't wait to see. I ain't waiting. Don't worry about it. I can't wait to see real IG to see what she get for Cripple.
From who? Santa?
Yeah. Oh, bald head Santa.
Shit, I ain't got it.
Oh, you got it. You got it,
boy. Yeah, I ain't got it.
Yeah,
I ain't got it, boy. I ain't got shit. Shit looking rough, boy.
Send Ash a text, real the color, and I mentioned it to Ocho. Now it's time for our last segment of the evening. It's time for Q&A. Spider Claw said, this for Travis Hunter. It wasn't a dry eye in the house. It wasn't a dry eye in America. I don't cry much, but man, I cried for this young man. It was, look, the love that he showed Coach Prime, because he said Coach Prime was the one that believed in him and said that, I can play both sides of the ball. And Prime treated him like his own son. He's always looked out after him. He's like, he trusted Coach Prime. Because a talent like this, the likelihood of you getting the number one overall college high school player to come to an HBCU is not very
Not
good
at all.
And then he trusted him so much when he left. He could have went to there are a lot of D1 schools that had the bag for him. He says, nope, I believe in Coach Prime. Coach Prime, I follow Coach Prime to J-State. I'm going to follow him to CU. And it's more than nobody in the history of college won more awards in a season than what this young man did this year. He won the Biletnikoff. He won the Nagurski. He won the he won the Bednarik. He won the Ronnie Lott. He won the Heisman. He won it all. And you can tell he's such a humble kid. He wants to do the right thing. Yes, he's green. Yes, he's young. We were all young. We were all green. We all made mistakes. But it's hard not to root for the kid. It really is. And I know people like Genty should have won, and you said to Genty, look, we've seen guys have rushing seasons like this. We've never seen, and we might not ever see a guy do what he's been able to do on both sides of the ball at the level in which he's done it. I'm not to take snaps out of it. People like snaps is not a stat. Do you believe, have you ever seen anybody in your lifetime, I'm talking about somebody 50 or younger, so I'm going to say between the ages of 50 and 35, have you ever seen somebody at the collegiate level play at the level in which he played this year?
No.
I don't believe you can say you can. And that's why he won the award. So I'm happy for him. I'm happy for his family. It was great. His speech was great. Well deserved. Well deserved. P-Dub said, Unc Ocho, settle with you, or money jump funny. Next time you have to eat a jar of black licorice during the show.
Black licorice? Hell nah. Boy, who drink? Boy, I don't even know you buy black licorice at.
No, I don't either.
I don't do that, boy.
But I tell you one thing, I'd rather eat black licorice than candy corn.
Yeah.
That damn wax.
Candy corn.
You like candy corn?
Hell yeah, boy, you tripping.
Nah, nobody with old people.
Listen, I can't do no black licorice. Nah, I can't do no black licorice. You put some goddamn candy corn, boy, talk to me. Absolutely.
We saw Barry.
You eat raccoon, but you won't eat candy corn.
No, I sure won't.
You eat pig feet, but you won't. I'm gonna leave it alone. You know what?
Yeah, and you eat booty, but you won't eat black licorice. They both black.
One of them coming out the shower.
They both black. Nah.
Hey, that was the old me. That was the old.
That ain't you no more.
Nah. Ever since I've been on this journey, man, everything, like I see things so much more clearer now. Now that sex isn't a distraction.
Wow, I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that journey.
Yeah. To me, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I thought I didn't have the discipline. I thought I ain't had the discipline to do it, and I've been on point.
I'm proud of you, Ocho.
Yeah. I'm proud of me too. You know, I'm making strides.
Brian is saying, what's up, Go Lions? Tough loss. Hard to beat the MVP quarterback when your cornerback 1 and 4 leave game early. Time to get up and get ready to work. The Bears next. I still believe we beat most teams tonight. Yeah, I do. Yeah, absolutely. How many there are only probably a handful of quarterbacks. There's probably only one other quarterback, Lamar Jackson, that could have done what Josh Allen did tonight. One, Lamar. That's it.
Yeah.
So you happen to play against one of the 2 quarterbacks that could have done that of all the quarterbacks that's currently in the league. You got the other one. I wish you was something I could tell about, Joe, but they got the other one that can do it. Frank Tank 921. Hey, Uncle Ocho, love the show. What did the Chiefs do with their receivers after the season. Ben from Houston, I hope they keep D-Hop. I want to see him on a winning team. Well, Rashid Rice got gone for the season. Now, I guess Hollywood Brown was supposed to return to practice. We'll see how that goes. But it's tough, Ocho. You know it's tough to pick up the speed of the game this late in the season.
It's bad.
It doesn't matter receivers. The receivers can be open, but if you ain't got no time to throw it to them, that offensive line is a sieve.
It's bad,
It's
very bad. And I don't even think there's a way to. It's not a way to fix it. Now, if you have a bad left tackle, if you have a bad right tackle, that sometimes you can hide it. Sometimes you can slide protection, slide left, slide right. Use your back, use your tight end. Have them chip on. Like you can't hide everybody, You can't hide everybody. Like it's bad.
Jalen Hill say, what do you think the Broncos and Bo Nix defense? I'm scared we watching, ready for the playoffs. Well, you can't throw. Well, I think he just handed Jalen Daniels the MVP with those 3 turnovers he had today. I think that's what he did do. He's played. The defense was outstanding today. But you play in any other team, you probably get beat. Can't turn the ball over 3 times and expect to win. You turn the ball over 3 times, and Taylor let a touchdown go. It ended up being a touchback. So he's definitely going to have to tighten that up. Need to get another win in order to get their playoff spot. FLBA said, would you rather have 4 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown, or 10 catches, 100 yards? Let me ask you a question. The win. Did we win? Because all this 4 catches, 100 yards, 10 catches, 100 yards, we don't win. How did that help?
True.
I didn't play fantasy, Ocho. I didn't
play it either, but I want 4 catches, 100.
Oh, you like that 25 yards to catch, huh? That means you got something deep. You don't went deep. That means you went deep. You went at least 50 yards on one of them.
Woo.
Bless you. J213 said, hey, Unc Ocho, I hope all is well. Keep doing what you're doing. Which one of Unc's millions of sayings best describe both, respectively? Man, I'm trying to think which one best describes Ocho.
What?
A lie don't care who tell it.
But I don't be lying, though.
Ocho, you ain't never had no hair.
I had hair in high school. I had a mohawk in the NFL. What you mean I ain't never had no hair?
That was your second year in the league you had that mohawk.
That was year 5, Unc.
That's all. Here's the thing. That was the only spot your hair would grow in, is the mohawk, right down the middle.
I can grow a head full of hair. I just choose not to because I don't like the maintenance.
No, you be like a chia pet. You won't go nowhere. Me, never mistake hard work for habit. Or habit for hard work. Because that's the thing. People think because they do something over and over, Ocho, they're working hard.
That's a good one. I like that.
No, that's a habit.
Like that.
Going to the gym. People go to the gym every day. Man, I go to the gym every day. You look the same as 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
That's a good one.
So you going to the gym out of habit because you hadn't changed anything. You ain't working hard.
Hell.
Killer K and TNT. Chad love you guys and boys was having a debate about who have a better backyard barbecue. I voted Unc because I know Unc coming with the good drink and trees. We smoke some ribs. Who y'all got? Me.
Hold on. You think you have a better, like a cookout or something? Like better than me?
Yes.
I don't think so, Unc.
Ocho.
I don't think so.
You can't have a cookout unless you got somebody that's gonna be able to tell the stories.
What you talking about? I can tell the stories. I got stories for days. The problem is
you ain't gonna be able to tell those stories because Rail gonna be there.
I can't tell some of my stories because some of the stories based on my hip, like it ain't gonna fly.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So they know she gonna be posted up, and
Nah,
so you
at the
gonna be
cook
PG.
at the
You ain't gonna be
cookout, it's
saying
gonna
that.
be all fellas. So my story's gonna be able to fly.
You can't have no cookout, no all
What
fellas.
you want women there?
What kind of cookout you
You want
got?
women there?
It's a cookout.
Yeah, women be in the way though.
I've never gone to a cookout where it's just all guys, and I hope I don't ever go to one.
So when you go to the DR, you go with you take hold on. When you go to the DR, you take
Yeah.
women with you?
Huh?
When you go to the DR, you take women with you?
I ain't been
Oh,
yet.
okay. Oh, when we going?
I ain't been
Hey,
yet. I ain't
hey,
been yet.
where we going?
You know, first chance we
Okay,
get.
okay. I got my passport now. I'm ready.
We good? You
Oh
good
yeah,
now with the
yeah, yeah,
passport?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm good now. Yeah, it took
Okay.
a little minute and got it together.
Big Boy Toy says, who tried to come to my Super Bowl party? I'm going to have burnt ends, buffalo wings, seafood gumbo, mac and cheese, ribeye steak, and a lifetime supply of modals? Did I say modals? Modelo's. Yeah. I don't drink no beer, so like I thought it was like them old dudes. You ever had old dudes,
What's
Ocho?
that?
Non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, no, I don't play with that stuff, but
It's non-alcohol.
the fact that it's supposed to be beer, no.
Okay. You ain't never drank a beer?
I've never had alcohol. That would be me having alcohol.
Oh yeah. The burnt ends, I'm good. Buffalo wings, yeah. Gumbo, nah, miss me with that. Is the bacon mac and cheese, is it baked or you gonna have it creamy? I like the ribeye, bone in, and lifetime supply of Modelo. Man, ain't no Modelo. Oh, hey, the rock, I bet you rock the models. Yeah, lifetime supply of models. You leave the Modelos.
Modelo.
Dr. Frankie L. Bellamy said, congratulations on being nominated for 2 Sports Podcast Awards. You know you got my votes. More to come. Doc, thank you very much. We greatly, greatly appreciate your support. Just make sure you're in New Orleans. That's what we need to have happen in New Orleans. Need to see you there because you kind of been everywhere that we've been. You came to Vegas. You came to Atlanta. And so we know you're going to be in New Orleans. So thank you very much, Doc. We greatly, greatly appreciate
you,
that.
Doc.
Doc's always supporting. I mean, she was the one that gave us the idea for the T-shirts. Ocho, remember we had the T-shirts in Vegas?
Yeah.
Guys, that concludes this edition of Nightcap. Thank you for joining us. Y'all know me. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. He is Liberty City's own Bengal Ring of Fame honoree. He's happy. Bengals finally won a game.
Yeah.
They
we won 2 games. And we're going to win out.
You won 2 games. Oh, sorry. Bengal Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro, that's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. And make sure you go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed. And we thank you for your continued support. Please check out Shea by Laportier. We have it in stock. Holidays are upon us. And what better way to celebrate than with a bottle of Shea by Laportier? Now, we have it in, and if you order it by December 18th, we can ensure that you will get it before the end of the year so you can celebrate New Year's. And please drink responsibly. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. The new releases just got dropped. New shirts, sweats. We had stocking stuffers such as beanies, koozies, and mugs. Quantities are limited, so please make sure you grab yours while supplies last. Tickets for the Super Bowl show in New Orleans, our first spring tour stop, are on sale now. The link is pinned at the top of the chat, February 6th in New Orleans. We've been nominated for 2 Sports Podcast Awards, Best American Football Podcast, and Best Sports Comedy Podcast. Please go vote for us. The link is in the chat and pinned on our social pages and all our social bios. What do we got? The Packers moved to 10-4. They beat the Seahawks 30-13. Josh Allen was Superman today. He scored, he threw for over 300 yards, 360 yards, rushed for over 60 yards, and had 4 total touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 2 through the air to offset the big day by Jared Goff, who had 5 total touchdowns and over 500 yards, but it wasn't enough. as the Bills win 48-42. What else happened today? The Eagles beat the Steelers 27-13.
That's what happened today. The Bengals won.
The Eagles stymied the Steelers, and they win 27-13. Two receivers, both Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, goes over 100 yards as they completely dominate the Pittsburgh Steelers. Patrick Mahomes sprained an ankle, but they win 23-13 over the Cleveland Browns. Cowboys go on the road and dismantle the Carolina Panthers 30-14. Most complete game the Cowboys have played to date. Defense was sensational. Cooper Rush, his first 3-touchdown passing day, and Rico Dowdle had 149 yards on 29 carries. The Ravens beat the Giants 35-14. Lamar Jackson tied a career high with 5 TD passes, 5 touchdown passes, and he had fewer than 5 incompletions as they completely dominated the Giants 35-14. The Bengals beat the Tennessee Titans 37-27. Joe Burrow, 271 yards, 3 touchdowns, but he did have 2 picks, but still, it wasn't enough for the Titans. Joe Burrow and the Bengals 37-27 as the playoffs done. The Bucs defeat the Chargers 40-17. The Bucs rack up 505 total yards as Mike Evans has 159 yards and gives him a chance. He needs to average 84 yards a game, Ocho, the last 3 games, to keep his consecutive 1,000-yard seasons alive. Jets beat the Jags with a vintage Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. Rodgers passed for 289 yards, 3 touchdowns, and Devontae had 9 catches, a $198 and 2 touches. The Houston Texans clinched the division by beating the Miami Dolphins 20-12, and the Broncos beating the Indianapolis Colts gives the Houston Texans division. Travis Hunter wins the Heisman. And that's it, Ocho. Tomorrow, after Monday Night Football, we have 2 games tomorrow. The Minnesota Vikings play. Who do the Vikings play? I know the Falcons play. Who do the Falcons?
Bears play the Vikings.
Bears play the Vikings, and the Falcons play the Raiders. So we'll see you guys tomorrow after Monday Night Football. It is a doubleheader. Bears and Vikings, Falcons and Raiders, huh?
But that Raiders and Falcons, that's nasty work, boy.
Yeah, you got to love football to watch that one, Ocho. And we do, so we got to watch it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. We'll see you tomorrow night after Monday Night Football. Thank you.